Welcome to my views and news viewers. This exclusive video is about Amhara region of Ethiopia, where we are seeing that an armed movement is taking shape, and different armed factions seem to have reached a common understanding. Amhara fighters, opposition groups, fighters, hardliners, they have reached a very important decision. Is this decision has been reached in principle, or is it being implemented? Because it's a very important decision. It will have far-reaching consequences. Not only Amhara region, but entire Ethiopia will remain destabilized for years if the decision is fully implemented. And the reasons being shared by Amhara fighters for reaching this decision can be discussed. How convincing are the reasons? We'll try to have a look at the reasons too. The Amhara region-based groups have decided that the region should have a big army, that all Fano factions should recruit as many as possible, as many recruits as possible. And all Fano factions should try jointly to build a big army. Just a decision in principle, or is it being implemented practically too? Well, the decision is being implemented practically. How viable is this decision? That remains to be seen, because we know that when you raise a big army, obviously you need resources. You need to give salaries to fighters. You need to feed fighters. You need to buy weapons. You need to train fighters. For all this, you need money. And we can argue about, we can discuss about the source of funding too, but in some separate videos. In this video, we'll only focus on this decision made by Amhara region-based groups, backed by some players outside Ethiopia too. Why did they reach this decision? Why is there need for a big military, big army of opposition fighters in the Amhara region to fight Ethiopian army? Well, they speak on four issues when you talk to them. They say there are four main reasons behind this decision. Firstly, they refer to OLA, that Oromo Liberation Army, they call it Shane, has killed allegedly hundreds of thousands of civilians. OLA fighters were never held accountable. Jalmaro has managed to build a big group of fighters. When Kumsadereba refused to sign the deal, I think in 2018, when Oromo fighters returned from Eritrea, back then he had only a few hundred fighters. Now, OLA has more than 50,000 trained fighters. And Ethiopian government declared OLA a terrorist organization in 2021. But now the same government is in talks with OLA. Just around a month ago, the two sides, Oromo Liberation Army and Ethiopian government held talks in Tanzania, Zanzibar. International players are receiving Ola with open arms. They are contacting Komsa Dereba. They want Komsa Dereba to send a delegation, and which he did, to Zanzibar. Western diplomats contacted Ola. They contacted Ethiopian government. Talks started. Ethiopian government, which declared Ola a terrorist organization in 2021, held talks with Ola in Zanzibar around a month ago. Why? Because Ola has managed to raise a big group of fighters, more than 50,000. The Ethiopian government was forced to talk to the Ola. Same happened, these fighters say, in the case of Tigray. That Tigray fighters, Tigray had soldiers in Ethiopian National Defense Force, it had special forces, it had police, all joined. TDF was formed, and TDF attacked Ethiopian army. It attacked Northern Command. TDF, TPLF, especially TPLF, a political party, was declared a terrorist party in 2021. And the two sides fought, TPLF and Ethiopian federal government. Amhara forces too. Tigray fighters entered Amhara far regions. They devastated infrastructure here. They were killed, and they killed too, tens of thousands. Ethiopia suffered a loss of more than 20 billion US dollars. What happened at the end? At the end, Ethiopian government agreed to talk to the TPLF. The two sides held talks in South Africa. Pretoria deal was signed. US supporting TPLF from day one. Why? Because TPLF had thousands of fighters, tens of thousands of fighters. Ethiopian government had to talk to the TPLF, Tigray fighters, because Tigray fighters had contacts with the international community too. And TPLF was restored as a political party. Peace deal was signed, and TPLF survived. Tigray fighters survived too. Nothing happened. No one was held accountable. All cases of treason, terrorism were just dismissed. TPLF founder, Sabbat Naga, allowed to leave the country. So why? Because Tigray fighters had military power. Two reasons. Third reason, international community. They say international community will only take Amhara people seriously if Amhara people have big army. Ola was insignificant when it was a small group. When it was able to hit all parts of Oromia, it turned into a force to reckon with for international community. Some diplomats contacted OLA and talks were held. Same is the case with Tigray fighters. They believe, Amhara hardliners, Amhara fighters, that to convince international community to take Amhara struggle seriously, Amhara fighters must have a big group of fighters. Third reason. Fourth reason is the Orthodox Church. They believe that church is being split. Deliberately, an effort is being made by the federal government of PMRB and some regional governments to weaken, to divide Ethiopian Orthodox Church. That is why a splinter faction emerged in Oromia a few months ago. It had the backing of Oromia regional government and Ethiopian federal government. it could not get public support. PM Abiy backed down and he mediated a deal between the main church and breakaway faction. But issues unresolved. The breakaway faction is still in control of all major dioceses in Oromia. Same is the case with Tigray. Tigray Orthodox Church is refusing to reconcile with the main church. ENDF members, TDF members who killed each other, they are eating at the same table, hugging each other, signing peace deals, apologizing, announcing a new start, but Tigray Orthodox Church and the main church cannot reconcile. Why? Because obviously there is a plan behind this decision. The plan is that Orthodox Church should not stay united. There should be more than one centers of decision making. Tigray Orthodox Church, breakaway Oromia Orthodox faction should work independently to weaken, to put pressure upon the main church. Third reason, so they believe Ethiopian Orthodox Church is in danger. And to protect the church, which is a prestigious, ancient institution, Amhara must have a big army. Fourthly, they say that Amhara people are in danger. Wherever they are living, they are being targeted just because of their ethnicity. In Avalaga, Amharas have been massacred. Several massacres have been reported, confirmed by members of parliament from the Oromia region, confirmed by Ola. Ola accuses Oromia government. Oromia government accuses Ola. Amharas are being massacred in Valaga, in BG, in other parts of Ethiopia. In Addis Ababa as well, Amharas are being put under surveillance. Amhara activists are being arrested. Journalists are being arrested. Fake trials have begun. Amhara intellectuals are being accused of plotting a coup. Amhara journalists being pursued outside Ethiopia too. So the existence of Amhara ethnic group is in danger. To protect Amhara people, there is need for a big army, big military in the Amhara region to confront Ethiopian National Defense Force. Fourth main reason. And fifthly, they believe that PM Abiy is working on the agenda of Oromoma. He wants to convert Ethiopia into Greater Oromia. PM Abiy wants Oromos to be in all top positions. Gradually, Amharas will be sidelined. Oromos will be appointed to top positions. Shaggar city is being constructed around Addis Ababa. It will engulf Addis Ababa. Ethiopian National Defense Force will have top Oromo officers. Other institutions will also have more Oromo officers than Amhara officers. Gradually, Amhara officers will be sidelined, or those Amhara officers will be appointed who will be loyal to the Oromia Prosperity Party, to the loyal to federal government. So they believe that Oromos want to seize power in Ethiopia and they want to sideline Amharas. To assert themselves, Amharas should have a big army. There are some other reasons too. These are main reasons. Because of these five main reasons, a consensus has been reached after discussions, and now implementation is underway. These Amhara fighters claim that Amhara Special Force has been disbanded. On urgent basis, Ethiopian National Defense Force rushed to disarm Amhara Special Force members while Tigray fighters were still armed. Those Tigray fighters which tried to reach Addis Ababa, which tried to remove PM Abiy, who tried to destroy Ethiopian army, those Tigray fighters are still armed. Tigray fighters have not surrendered small arms. While Tigray fighters were still armed, Ethiopian army rushed to Amhara region to disarm Amhara Special Force members. It means that an effort is being made to weaken Amhara ethnic group. So what is needed is a big group, armed group in the form of a military in the Amhara region to take action on all these five issues. Now, I can speak about whether this plan will succeed or not, whether the five concerns of Amhara hardliners, Amhara fighters are convincing or not. Do Amhara hardliners want to rule Ethiopia? Do they want to sideline other ethnic groups? Were they seeing a chance of ruling Ethiopia when Tigray fighters were being surrounded by Ethiopian army? But now when Tigray fighters have managed to clinch a peace deal and they are forging a new alliance with the Romos, these Amhara hardliners believe that their dreams of ruling Ethiopia have been shattered. So that is why they are disgruntled. We can speak a lot, but in this video I am just focusing on what the position of Amhara fighters, Amhara hardliners is. Why are they raising a big army? Why do they want to have thousands of armed fighters? In next videos, we'll try to analyze these 5 points, these 5 concerns of Amhara ethnic group, and are these Amhara fighters working on some agenda of diaspora organizations? Are they genuinely concerned? Are they genuinely worried about Amhara people? Do they have their own interests? Several questions which we'll try to find answers to in coming videos. Thank you for watching.